Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Evolution of Pro Wrestling. I am your host, Louis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And Jay, the heel kid of pro wrestling.
Always a great introduction. Merry Christmas, guys. You can see the Christmas tree.
And this is Evolution of Pro Wrestling.
I'm sorry, I forgot. And this is Evolution of Pro Wrestling. See, I was slacking off. I was so excited the Christmas tree, I forgot the intro. Welcome, fans, for joining. Thank you for joining us tonight, fans. We have a very special show for you today. We kind of stirred the pot a little bit. We spoke to our trivia champion. We had a little discussion. And we decided that tonight is going to be viewer's choice. Like anything goes. We could talk about whatever the hell we want an hour early. That's right, an hour early. We are an hour earlier today. We're going to get this show on the road because next week we are off due to Thanksgiving. So we want to thank you, fans. Hey, yo, what's up, James? So yes, Evolution of Pro Wrestling is live. Today is viewer's choice. A lot of shit has been happening in professional wrestling, Jaden. Like War Games, the match Beyond. Many people know that match is so brutal. You got 5 men on each side. Before, he said, I can't wait to rock my EPW shirt. I got you, man. I got you. It's coming.
Work in process.
No, they officially came in. We're actually working in the process of mailing them. We just got to get some more information, but guarantee you by probably the next week or so, or week after, we will be sending those shirts out. A lot's been happening, Jay. Drew McIntyre is officially a heel.
He is now.
He cost Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso the WWE Tag Team Championship on Monday Night Raw against Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
He did.
What do you think about that?
That's very interesting.
Tell me, Mr. Heel Kid.
You know, it's very funny, though, because I said that I wanted Drew McIntyre to become a heel again because I just felt like I personally felt like he was better as a heel, and now that he's become a heel and he could possibly be the 5th member of the War Games match coming up, I want to see how this plays out. So I'm excited. Many possibilities that can happen, but
I would like that too, James.
Let's see
for
what
Cody
happens.
to turn heel after he finishes the story. I agree because Cody's
had experience as a heel before.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That I like him. I would like him to be that heel because if he becomes a champion, he can be the most hated champion. You know what I mean? And it would be awesome. He said, "Word, need that shirt to complete the contract." Word out. Don't worry about it, fellas. In due time, we're gonna get these babies going. Jaden, who do you think is gonna be the 5th member of Team Seth? If it is a matter of fact that Drew McIntyre is officially a part of Judgment Day and will join them in War Games.
That's a good question. The 5th member? Honestly, there's really no telling right now who could be the 5th member. Do you have any ideas on who?
Well, there's a lot of speculation. It's Randy Orton, but that Randy Orton will turn heel on them and cost them War Games.
I don't know. That's like a lot of heel turns going on right now. What the faces got going on? Maybe Randy Orton could come back, but I don't think he's gonna turn heel. Not yet. I don't think he's gonna turn heel the day of War Games. Not yet. I feel like if he does decide to return, maybe down the line, if he stays for a little while longer, then yes, he'll probably end his career off as a heel, and then that's it after that. But I can't really see him doing that during War Games because also there's really no motive behind it either. Like, what would be the point of him turning on everybody if he does it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So I feel like right now it could probably be a build-up. I still feel like I'm not sure if they'll win War Games or not. However, I do think that the Randy Orton heel thing could definitely happen. Just not at War Games. Not at War Games.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing War Games and seeing how it's gonna go down and what's gonna happen. Bradley Day, what's up, guys? Mike Shield, welcome everybody. Welcome to Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Today is Viewer's Choice. Viewer's Choice. Move over, son. The camera's not getting you, Mr. Heel Kid. L.A. Knight, yeah. He said, remember Remember who injured him was the Bloodline. That's true. That's true. Mike, what's going on? Hey, yo, what's up, fellas? Today we got Viewer's Choice. We're talking about everything and anything about professional wrestling. You guys talk about it. We mention it. You guys can mention certain things in the past, present, whatever. We will talk about it.
Yes,
We're winging it today. We're doing what we got to do, and we go from there. So, Jaden,
Dad,
what do you think of the state of professional wrestling right now?
what do you mean the state?
Like what? What do you think? Is it a good time to be a fan, or is it a bad time to be a fan?
It's actually a very good time to be
Why?
a fan. Well, because a lot of wrestling has had a lot of 360s, and one of the biggest 360s that has actually happened is WWE. Because just like a year ago, and actually a few months ago, no one wanted to watch WWE. Ever since Triple H became in control, WWE put itself back on the map. And I always said that whenever that would happen, they were going to have an ace in the hole. And the ace in the hole just so happened to be Triple H. Excuse me. I feel like it's a good time to be a fan, but you know, it's also wishy-washy. It all just depends on the company, and it depends on the fan base and stuff like that.
Okay,
What do you think? You think it's a good time to be a fan right now?
Of course, it's a good time to be a fan. Now, okay, Crown Jewel happened a couple of weeks ago. We weren't able to talk about it, but I'm still wondering why the hell Logan Paul became the United States champion.
Supposedly, he's actually trying to stop boxing.
Oh no, he quit. He retired from boxing. He wants to become professional wrestler, like a full-time professional wrestler. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, excuse me, I'm sorry. We're MA, mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Fucking it. But come on now.
To be honest,
like,
I don't really go against it
why not?
because it's good marketing. It's a good way to make some cash.
No, but come on now, cash, and you've taken people out of the sideline that's work hard. There's many people there that could win be the U.S. title. Like, look, that title is prestigious. It's a title that has been won by many great legends. How he gonna just disrespect that and then not? The man wasn't worth winning the title.
He didn't disrespect it. It's not like he just came in one day and then he took it. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's been here for years.
He should have never got the opportunity.
Years and years, but he's
what? Because he
been
brings
here for
money.
a while.
Listen, from a business standpoint, I can
I
understand.
want to say that's the only way.
Yes,
And this
but
particular
personally,
standpoint,
I can't. I
this
can't.
particular standpoint,
He got skill. He got skill, but
in this particular standpoint, that's the only way you gotta look at it from a business standpoint. There's no other way to look at that. That's why he won, because it's business.
all right. So I got a question for you. Do you think Gunther is ready to go to the next level?
Oh, he's been ready for a while
Why?
now. Well, because he's proven that many times. He's still the title, the champ, right?
He's still the Intercontinental champion.
Still the champ. He's proven that he knows how to hold a title. He knows how to defend a title. He's really good in the ring. He's very swift. He's a big guy. He's strong. And try to avoid those slaps because those things are deadly. I definitely think he's ready to take it to the next level. I feel like they need to give him that extra little push now because he's been working and he's been proving that he deserves that kind of push that the WWE needs to give him. So I think Gunther's ready for it. I think he's ready for it.
Well, he says, according to WWE Wrestling News, he says, I outgrew the Intercontinental Championship already. I'm ready to make that next step.
I agree.
I wouldn't mind.
I agree.
I would not mind seeing this man win the World Heavyweight title and go on a super run. He said Gunther is a beast and he's wrestling like a true pro. Absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. Because Gunther right now is on his A game. Like he has pretty much made the Intercontinental Championship relevant again.
He has.
Because
That's
before
exactly
they were
what
like,
he did. He literally made the champion.
like nobody cared about the damn title.
He
Like it
literally
was just
made it
ridiculous.
relevant again.
You know, but
That's
now
what he did.
that he is the Intercontinental Champion, yeah, he's a powerhouse, Ray, for sure. Definitely a powerhouse. You know, and Ray likes those type of stars that, you know, the powerhouse, because they destroy.
Yeah.
They seek and destroy. And Gunther has proven himself every time he gets in the ring. Like, I'm eager again to see Bronson Reed and him go at it again. Because those two, when they had the match, holy shit, they destroyed each other, man.
I bet.
Like, it was a battle. like a brutal battle.
Yeah.
Like they kick the shit out of each other.
Jesus.
So, Jaden, do you think CM Punk is coming to WWE?
I hope not. And if he is, I still hope not, because nobody wants him. Stay away. You're toxic. You're get away.
Now, do you think this is a publicity stunt by AEW?
That would be a really big plot twist if it was, but I don't know.
He said no CM Punk.
I feel like it's a little too real for it to be a publicity.
I don't know, because
stunt.
there's this guy that has a devil face. They said, who is the devil inside? You know, some guy with a face. And a lot of people are speculating that it is CM Punk. You know, some people are speculating it's somebody else. He said, why nobody wants him? Ray he's a troublemaker. He causes a lot of trouble behind the scenes. He's a baby. He's a whiner. He's always bitching and complaining.
He's
and
literally a punk.
it always has to be his way.
If it's not the Punk way, it's no way.
You know what I mean? And that's what got him all out of WWE. You know, WWE made him the star that he deserved to be.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then it pretty much got to his fucking head, excuse me, just like it got to every other star's head, which actually reminds me when I was watching this documentary of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, like the way he was heavy into the drugs, the drinking, the women, the wrestling, but he did a damn good job in wrestling. But he always whined, he always complained. If it was not his way, but it was also because he was in a bad place. But CM Crybaby.
CM Crybaby.
He needs to get jumped in. He got into a backstage brawl for real.
Many times.
Many times. You know what I mean?
That wasn't just the first.
I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, like, we don't need him in the WWE. Like, for real. You don't bring that drama to the WWE.
Please
WWE
don't.
is just starting to get back into point. Like, the matches that have been happening, I've been liking Monday Night Raw. Like, there's been some good matches. There's been, I forgot, it was this dude from the Viking Raiders. I forgot his name. It was him, it was The Miz, and Bronson Reed. And it was a good triple threat match. And The Miz won the match. And now that you got Kairi Sane too, like Kairi Sane came back. She came to Monday Night Raw. So Asuka turned heel. And now joined Damage Control. Like, so much shit has happened. Like, and didn't do a great job. Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't at all.
You know,
At all.
DIY is back. Like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. A lot of shit has been happening.
A lot.
With NWA, unfortunately, they lost their contract to CW due to some dumbass shit they did on the show of them sniff and blow. You know what that means? Like, why would you do that on public and
on the show?
Like, no, that won't fly anymore. Like it did back last year.
That's what I'm saying.
And I mean last year, like back in the days.
Back then.
I think Bailey's gonna turn face too.
Bailey is gonna turn face.
Yeah, Mike, I'm gonna have to agree with you with that. I find DIY
you
boring.
Definitely tell a lot of people want her face again.
And you know why? Because I think I want to see Johnny Gargano turn heel again.
Do you?
Yes.
Why?
Because I want to see that rivalry again between him and Tommaso Ciampa.
That.
Dakota Kai is still hurt. She's still hurt.
She is.
You know,
still
she's not medically cleared yet.
Nope. Hopefully she is soon.
Yeah. No, it's a good group. But
what happened to Big E? Did he ever get cleared?
No, he has not got cleared yet.
Holy, that's been a while since
who knows?
I heard from him.
Who knows?
Man.
Who knows? We got a comment here. Freddie King, thank you for joining us, sir. He said, yo, guys, what's up? Great job as always. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
He said, did you hear the deal with Ricochet and his concussion with that match? Yeah, no, he caught a concussion.
He had a concussion?
Yeah, he had a concussion in that fatal four-way match. Bring Sasha Banks, bods and hugs one more time. I don't know, man. Sasha Banks, I think Sasha Banks is reinventing herself in New Japan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to get herself a name, even more of a name for herself.
Even more of a name for
to
herself.
come back, possibly, because, you know, once you make a name for yourself, everybody's going to want you.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, when Cody Rhodes, and Russell Jackson, what's up, brother? How's it going? He said he was not supposed to kick out. Yeah. I know. I know.
It wasn't.
It's due to what happened because he hurt himself.
Yeah, he hurt himself.
You know, it was a pretty Pretty big deal. You know, but the match was superb, but they really kicked the shit out of him. You know,
Jesus.
He said, or four horsewomen versus New Damage Control, possibly in War Games.
And War Games.
There's speculation that that Becky Lynch is supposed to join Bianca Belair
Interesting.
in War Games.
I want to see how that pans out.
Yeah. No. So NXT, we were talking about CW11. NXT actually got the deal with CW. They signed a contract.
They signed the contract.
Oh, here's another one that happened on Monday Night Raw. Jamie McDonough is officially part of Judgment Day.
Wow.
And now they proclaim Damian Priest as the leader. What do you think of that, Jaden?
That's very interesting. As I recall,
Why?
Damian Priest still has the contract, right?
Of course, he has a Money in the Bank contract.
I feel like he's gonna cash in soon.
Yeah, no, I hope he does at War Games. At War Games.
I definitely
But should he
feel
win the title? Should he beat Seth Rollins?
Title? Yes, I think he should beat Seth Rollins.
Do you think he's ready?
Yes, he is definitely ready. If he was ready to win the Money in the Bank contract, then he's definitely ready to win the title.
Okay.
It's just as hard getting
let me
that
ask you a
contract
question.
to get the title.
At Survivor Series, it's going to be The Miz versus Gunther.
Yeah.
Do you think The Miz is ready for Gunther? Should he win the Intercontinental title?
I don't think he should win.
Why not?
Because
He just said it that he's sick of the title. So why won't The Miz just win the title?
Because he don't need it anymore. What does the Miz need it for?
So he can win. And Gunther could go for the world title. You think Miz don't deserve to win the title?
I'm not saying
They've been using him as a clown the whole time.
exactly. Why does Miz deserve? Miz doesn't deserve.
Because he's been doing
he
his
doesn't
job.
deserve nothing anymore.
Rod says hell no.
They don't take Miz serious anymore. No.
Well, he won the triple threat match
He's
in
doing
Monday
his
Night Raw.
job because he has to. They're not taking the Miz serious anymore. No. I don't
He
think-
won the triple threat match.
I feel like they should give somebody else that.
Like
title.
who?
Not the Miz.
Like who?
I'm not sure. Just not the Miz.
Jesus Christ.
Not the Miz.
What about Bronson Reed?
That's
There you go. Put it on Bronson. Mike said it. Put it on Bronson Reed.
That's a
I
competitor.
can put it on. I can see it with Reed.
Yes, with him. Just like I said, not the Miz anymore.
I can see it with Reed.
The Miz has
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
has
That wouldn't be a
had
bad
that
idea. What do you guys think? Tell us your thoughts.
think
What you've been thinking
Bronson-
about professional.
Bronson Reed.
Tell us your favorite moment that you've seen so far in the past couple of weeks, this month, of professional wrestling that has caught your eye. Let us know. Let us know in the chats. And while you're letting us know, please feel free to follow us. Follow, share, like, share all over social media. Bring everybody in. Viewer's choice. We're talking about anything and everything. You bring it on. Even if it's from the 1980s, 1990s, whatever. I don't give a rat's ass. Let us know. We will talk about it.
Yes, we will.
Jaden, tell me a moment you know in professional wrestling you remember.
What?
Tell me a great moment you remember.
And like recently or
Whatever.
I don't know. A great moment.
A match that stands out to you that you can watch over and over and over.
I can't watch any match like that over and over and over. I could watch more than one.
Okay, which one caught your eye?
Probably that triple threat ladder match or TLC match with the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, and
Why?
Edge and Christian. What do you mean why? Have you seen that match?
Of course, but I'm asking you.
Then there's no explanation for that match. That match is just GOAT status. That's why.
So that match is better than any ladder match you've ever seen.
Than I've ever seen?
Yes.
It is.
Really?
Than I've ever
Even with
seen.
Money in the Banks that they've had.
Yes.
Even with the first WrestleMania 21 Money in the Bank that they've had.
Yes.
That match overtops that one.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
That's a tough one to swallow.
No, that's just my opinion. The first Money in the Bank match.
Was it better than the Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon match?
Yes.
In WrestleMania 10?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I that's kind of tough for me.
Okay, actually, in terms of impact.
See, rather watch Razor and HBK.
Okay, in terms of impact, then yes. that
Old school, man.
Okay, of course, you guys are old. I'm not that old.
We are not old, sir. We are better.
You guys are at least
Mike Bailey and
30
Will
plus.
Ospreay. Oh man.
I am only 17.
Yeah. 17 that's watched Randy Orton, John Cena, and all these people in the 2000s. And you were a big fan of all of them.
Yeah, that was around my time.
There was one match that always stood out to him that he made me repeat it every single night before we went to bed.
I know.
He was a kid. John Cena and Umaga at Royal Rumble 2007.
Yep.
Like, come on, man. But he liked it. He liked it. And then after that, he asked me to fast forward it to the Rumble after that.
Because the Rumble was good too. Like, come on now. Royal Rumble, the 2011
Alex Shelley versus Grisham was good too. All of these matches were good, man.
lot of those matches.
Shawn and Razor 10 was better than the one at SummerSlam. Of course it was. It was better than the 1995 SummerSlam they had rematch. This one at WrestleMania 10 was better. Way better.
That one was better.
You know, with
Definitely better.
with me, I'm an old school kind of cat. I like the old school. And to me, a match that stands out all the time, that many people don't talk about it to this day, was an ECW. Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko. Like, Rumble versus Flair, that shit was wonderful. Royal Rumble 1992, Ric Flair won the Royal Rumble. That's an hour long, and it was a good Rumble.
Dang.
Many stars. Oh, that's a good dream match, Ray.
Ryback versus Goldberg.
Who you guys got for that? Who would you take for that?
I'm gonna take Goldberg.
Why?
Because I don't really know. Ryback was like, even though they both weren't like, excuse me.
Bring it on, brother. Don't get me started on ECW. Viewer's choice. Say whatever you want. We talk about it. Bring it up.
They both like wrestled like very like stiff. Ryback was just.
He was painful.
He was just terrible.
He was terrible.
It's terrible.
He was terrible.
He was at first when he first came into the ring, it was entertaining.
No, it never happened, Ray.
It was entertaining to see him, especially
Solomons, what's going on, brother? Long time no see.
Like with the Shield thing going on between them, it was interesting. But as I started to like see Ryback more, it was like he's. After he joined Ryback, so I was like,
it was like
he was terrible. Yeah, so I'd say Goldberg.
It was terrible, but Goldberg, listen. Goldberg at a point he carried WCW for a little while.
I can't say that Goldberg was at the worst back then, because Goldberg was actually he carried WCW on his back.
Oh no, both of these matches were good here. Chris Benoit versus Sabu, Raven versus Tommy Dreamer in a cage match, Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Holy shit!
Brock Lesnar,
all of them. The last Goldberg Brock Lesnar match was amazing.
The final one that they had, yes.
It was it was maybe like a 10-minute match, but it was good.
I'm about to say the first one.
They speared the shit out of each other through everything. They kicked each other's ass.
That they had that was terrible.
Like, yo, what's going on? Go be my mouth. We got for those tuning in right now, today is viewer's choice. Anything you guys want, everything and anything you want to talk about in professional wrestling, we're talking about it. Flair versus Sting for the first time. Oh my God!
Ow.
When Flair and Sting fought for the WCW World Title to a 1-hour time limit, that made Sting right there.
Dang.
That was it. Everybody fell in love with that man. All the fans, and he's still loyal.
He did.
He's still loyal in WCW. He didn't go nowhere. He didn't leave WCW. He had chances too. Freddie King says Mike Austin versus Spike Dudley was a damn thing, the damnest thing I've ever seen at that time. I think you know what I'm saying. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I saw that match. I saw what he did to Spike Dudley. I felt bad for the poor boy. Like, holy shit.
Oh God.
Like, damn. Like, no, he hit his head hard.
Yeah.
Like he fucked him up.
I remember. Yeah, I seen it.
Oh man, Cactus Jack versus Triple H at Royal Rumble.
That was
2000. Another good one. Another good one.
Goldust versus China.
Yeah.
Those two fought.
Yeah.
What?
That was the Attitude Era. This is what wrestling is about. Remembering these things, man.
I did not know that.
Taker versus Kane, WrestleMania 14. Multiple tombstones it took to take one person. He gave him 3 tombstones.
Dang.
To finish that match. And he beat him. He actually beat him.
Dang.
What about the girlfriend thing? The girlfriend thing. I was kidding. They haha. No, but they actually fought. They did fight. You know, as I was mentioning before, Jada, I was watching the documentary of Shawn Michaels. It's tough what these wrestlers have to go through. You know, they
I have
gotta
to say their lives are just sweet sails.
like, you know,
and
they're
rainbows and
away from.
cupcakes.
Listen, they always tell you if you are looking to make a family, this is not the business for you, because you're away from
You're
home
away
24
from
hours a
home
day,
24
365 days a
hours,
year,
man.
and you don't have a family. You know,
Yeah.
your other people are raising your kids, but they do a damn good job.
I mean, unless you take
Entertaining the
unless
fans.
you take your family with you everywhere you go. But
Oh yes, by Mike Awesome. Yes, I remember that. Taker versus Roman. They fought. I believe, at WrestleMania
Taker versus
33.
Roman? That was Roman Reigns.
Roman
beat him.
Reigns won, and they booed the shit out of him.
I
They
would
booed
have
the
too.
shit
I
out of
didn't want
Roman
him
Reigns.
winning either, just as much as nobody else wanted
Yeah,
him.
but
to
Undertaker
win.
was passing the torch. He's like, here.
I mean, at least
even though he came back eventually again at
I'm about to
34
say, there was really
to fight John Cena,
I'm about
which
to
was
say,
an okay
that-
match.
That match was terrible.
Oh man, Piper versus Goldust at Mania 12.
that match
brawl.
was not okay. It was
It was.
bad.
No, it was pretty good.
No,
for the most part, it was okay.
Especially that botch was. Oh god.
Which match you talk about?
The John Cena versus Undertaker.
Oh yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. The botch between Goldberg and Undertaker was
Oh,
bad.
that was terrible.
That was terrible.
that
Goldberg almost. A catastrophe almost happened with Undertaker's neck.
He almost broke his
And
neck.
we talk about the Undertaker. He said, "Yo, Lewis, about you talk about old school Piper versus Valentine.
And a dog
Oh
collar
shit!
match.
Woo! That match. Oh man, that
Hulk
match.
Hogan
And
versus
Macho Man,
Macho
old
Man.
school brother.
Oh,
All
man.
these matches are old. Jaden. You remember when I put it a long time ago, the dog collar match in Valentine and Roddy Piper.
And Roddy Piper. Yeah.
Roddy Piper's eardrum got hurt from the chain. Like it was brutal.
Jesus. Was he
Brutal.
bleeding?
Yeah.
Oh my.
His face was swollen.
Oh,
like,
my.
Like you gotta see that match.
Oh,
like it was
God.
so fucking brutal. Like wow.
Taker versus Jake.
Sable
Roberts.
versus Terry Funk in a barbed wire match for the ECW World Title. To this day, I've only watched it 3 times, beginning to end, because it's so damn
It's
brutal.
so, yeah.
It is so brutal. Like they put their bodies on the line, and
Especially in a barbed wire.
and I understand that they're trying to do that today, but you can't. It's not the same. Back then, kayfabe was somewhat around. To now,
most of kayfabe was around back
yeah,
then.
that's what I'm saying. Now it's like,
Of course, obviously the people
but
backstage.
when you
knew
mention stars
who
back in the days,
was.
Undertaker says it all.
Yeah.
Undertaker was the ring general. He was the locker room leader.
And he was the
He was a
ultimate-
legend.
The ultimate kayfaber.
Listen,
I've
Undertaker,
never seen that man
Undertaker
break
and
kayfabe.
Mankind had a match. Now that you mention Mankind, Ray, with him and Mankind in the steel cage in the Hell in a Cell in King of the Ring will always cross my mind.
Oh yeah, that
Those two had such a
legendary match.
brutal battle. Like holy shit!
Yeah.
it was so lethal, that match, that I thought Mankind was gonna die.
I thought he was gonna die too.
I'm like,
That match
Okay, here
was
go Brian.
Undertaker.
He's a huge Taker fan.
Yes,
he's
he is.
listen. He's
I
phenomenal.
mean, I'm a huge Taker fan too.
Tell me one of your greatest moments you've seen of the Undertaker.
Probably that one when I seen him throw Mick Foley or Mankind off a Hell in a Cell. Then when I seen him choke slam him through one. Let's see, when Randy Orton thought that he killed him, and then he came back out of a casket. That was.
Oh, RVD versus Sabo in a stretcher match. Those two kicked the shit out of it. There's so
was
many.
So many Undertaker moments, man. RVD versus.
Oh, you
Sabu
saw it
was-
live, Mankind versus Shawn Michaels. Really? That's interesting. Maybe I think I'm gonna watch that match tonight at on Peacock.
What match?
Shawn Michaels versus Mankind in Mind Games in Your House, 1996.
They fought?
And it was a good match.
No idea.
It was a real good match.
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Taker and Yokozuna. Oh
Undertaker
man,
and Shawn Michaels fought.
that rivalry for a big man, Taker, Yokozuna.
Didn't he
was-
throw Yokozuna off of the... Or no, not Yokozuna. I'm thinking of Rikishi.
Like they had a good battle. Now here's my question. If Yokozuna didn't pass away, do you think maybe he would have been involved in this tribal chief bloodline scenario?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, that's because as his character in the wrestling.
Hell yeah, he
business,
can move for a big dude.
Yoka
Hell yeah, he could move for a big dude.
In the wrestling business, he was portrayed as like a Japanese man. Even though he was biologically related to that family, he wasn't portrayed as that when he was Yokozuna. He was portrayed as something completely different. So I don't feel like they would have him in this whole tribal chief thing unless he decided to make the decision to.
Yes.
You know.
Oh man, Jamie, I love that match. The Rock versus Mankind in an empty arena match. I love that. It's one of my favorite matches.
That is one of my favorite.
I could watch that match over and over.
I could too
because it was funny. That shit was funny. The Rock said, "Don't that shit was hilarious."
Oh god!
And then he said, "Hey, you want some popcorn?" He said, "It's tasting." He started tasting everything and
mild. Oh god!
He said it's mild. He said Jack Daniels. He had Jack Daniels in it. I'm like,
watch that match after the
that
show
shit was
over.
funny.
I might go.
That match. See, that's what I loved about the Attitude Era. That it was amazing.
Whoever thought of that match needs biggest props.
Oh man, that shit was funny.
That's probably one of my most favorite matches of all time.
I love it.
That's like my third favorite match.
I love it. It was amazing, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and there's still matches that to me that stick to this day. You know, but there is one match: Taker versus Brett.
96. Dang, that happened during 96.
Yeah, 1996. There was a lot of stuff that happened back then that were really good. For instance, there was a match that stands out to me. Oh, hold on, let me read this comment. He said, "Yo, you remember the match Taker had with Triple H at Grand Central Station? Taker tombstones Triple H on the. Oh yes." Saturday night shotgun Saturday night. That's what it was. When Undertaker tombstone Triple H on the escalator, and Triple H is going down the escalator.
Yeah, he's going down.
I'm like, oh man. Christopher Brown says WWE has dropped the ball on one respect. They needed to include Alpha and Sika during the trial, but prior to Vince losing power influence, he killed that possibility. Probably, but it's not too late. It's not too late. Oh man, Billy Kidman and Juventud Guerrera, the match they had, the cruiserweights were the top thing in WCW at the time because they could move like shit. Like I'm talking about it, like flipping all over the fucking place. Like they could do some shit on the road.
Cruiserweights could die. That's what they're really known for.
Okay, for instance, Rey Mysterio, before he gained all this fucking weight and steroids and all that stuff, look at him now. Before. He made a name for himself as a cruiserweight in WCW. Eddie Guerrero, Juventud Guerrera, La Parka. A lot of these guys they were good matches. Dean Malenko, you know what I mean? And like I said, Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero had major matches that I love to see because it was technical wrestling. Sorry guys, my facial is going all in my mouth. But Jaden, of all this whole time you've been watching wrestling your whole life, what match to you stands out the most? Like you say like, damn, I could watch that twice again.
Didn't you ask me that?
No. Like really, like since you first got onto professional wrestling.
I don't really know right now. There's quite a few matches. Probably that empty arena match with the Mankind and The Rock.
Why?
It's funny. It's interesting. You know, they're in an empty arena. They're all by themselves. You know, the build up to the match, the ending of the match. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the ending of the match kind of got me upset.
It was cool. It
was funny, but it was like, dang, man.
Brian says
I was like, The Rock was whooping him up, down. I wanted him to win so bad, and then he lost by getting put under a tractor, and then he gets pinned. I was like, come on. But probably definitely that match.
Now that WCW owned the show with the cruiserweights. That's one thing they did right. WWE couldn't touch WCW with absolutely not.
Dope.
Absolutely not. WCW did their thing with the cruiserweights. I can watch Steamboat and Macho Man multiple times. See? WrestleMania 3, I'm telling you.
Oh, Lord.
Those two, like that match was superb. Superb.
The first Hell in a Cell.
For me, it's the first Hell in a Cell. Yes, that was
a good one.
Shawn Michaels and Undertaker.
Yes.
That's when Kane. It's gonna be Kane. It's gonna be Kane.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. One match I wish we was different was the Hart brothers versus the Steiner brothers. Watch that match. Yes, the Hart Foundation against the Steiner brothers.
Yes.
Steiner brothers was a very unique tag team. You know, they were a powerhouse. I think they were probably one of the top teams that were able to give the Legion of Doom some competition. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's crazy, Jay?
What's crazy?
That with everything going on right now in professional wrestling, you know what I'm actually happy to see?
What?
I'm actually happy to see Dominic Mysterio in that War Games match.
Me too.
He's a young kid.
Man,
He's
I
played the
can't
character.
wait for
He's
him.
earned it, and he's actually going somewhere to be in this match.
Wait to see
you know what I
him
mean?
in that match.
And I'm eager to see how he's going to do in this match.
Me too.
In War Games.
Very eager.
You know, and there's a lot of pay-per-views coming up. There's AEW pay-per-view. There's WWE. There's NXT. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in professional wrestling. And bro, Dave, welcome, brother, the trivia champion himself, Dave Biddle. We're just talking about professional wrestling, everything you want to talk about, old school, new school, whatever, new, updated. We just throwing them out there and we're talking about it. Said this will be the biggest match in his career so far. Yes, it is. It is. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. He said, I'm so glad that Dom finally got his push. Yep.
Me too.
Yep. Brian, you're absolutely right. He has to maneuver. And he can move. The kid. What the hell are you doing? Am I boring you?
No, I'm listening.
The hell? Are you for real? Christopher Brown says, by the way, Lewis, I got a question for the Encyclopedia Pro Wrestling. I'm curious to see if he knows the answer to a specific question.
He
Smurfs.
definitely doesn't.
Come on. Come on, let's go. Shoot.
He definitely
I might have an answer, I might not.
He definitely doesn't.
Fred says, I bet Dom is eager to play to pay dues in that match, if you know what I'm saying. Tons of great selling and exactly.
Without doubt, Dom is gonna have a
He gotta put on the glasses.
Yeah, he has to put on the readers.
I gotta get the encyclopedia. Let me see.
Readers.
Let me see. Shut up.
I didn't even say anything.
Shut your mouth.
I said nothing.
Continue talking, sir.
Oh crap, my bracelet.
You seriously talk to the damn fans. I'm sorry, not damn fans. Talk to my fans. Fans, I'm sorry for this rudeness by this young man here.
My bracelet.
The heel kid.
My bracelet.
Because he doesn't even act like a heel.
My bracelet is broke.
Anyway,
Hey,
he says, who was the jackass behind booking of the match where Sid broke his leg?
Hey, Dad,
Vince
you know
Russo.
an interesting fact. You know this matches the color of your hair, right? You know.
This jerk.
Thanks, silver.
Pay attention, man.
Right,
Focus.
I was just saying, because you got gray hair.
He said Dom is running with what he has given a massive face turn for Dom at some point. That would be good. That would be good. And if he does...
So do you think Dom should turn face? I like him good as a heel right now. I like him much better as a heel right now. He is... Wow, he really reminds me of a young Eddie Guerrero. I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely do think he's better as a... I've never seen him as a face, so I can't... Or he has been a face.
Well, let me see.
That's not true. He was a face in the very, very beginning stages.
This is early. Yes, Alvin, I said it in the chat. You got to pay attention to the chat, brother.
We did say...
Was that right, Christopher Brown? Was it Vince Russo? Oh, no, exactly. Was it... I think it was Vince Russo or Ed Ferreira. Probably Ed Ferreira.
Ed Ferreira.
He was an asshole.
Oh.
That dude was he said,
God.
I agree with the face turn, but I'm in it about 1 year. Yeah, he'll come around.
He will.
You see, honestly, I think they should drop the Mysterio last name and keep it as Dirty Dom. I agree.
You
I
think
agree.
so?
Yep.
Why do you
I
say
agree.
that?
Because he's trying to get out of his father's shadow.
That is
You know what I
true.
mean? Rey
That is
Mysterio's
true.
Rey Mysterio. But then you got him
That's true.
that he's trying to make a name for himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much, sweetheart. I'm sorry, I just asked my wife to give me some water. I'm a little parched. Thank you, the bar producer and director. My lovely, beautiful wife is saying it. Thank you. Love you. I'm sorry, I'm parched.
You think sharing is caring? Thank you, sir.
Very good. Christopher Brown says close, Lewis, but it's my understanding Power People was the one who told Sid to jump from the second rope. That was ridiculous. That man was too big to jump. And face turn is when Ray truly retires.
Peep the pinky rays.
Well, listen.
Excuse me.
Myself professionally, in my professional opinion, as the encyclopedia, I'm very happy for Dom.
Me too.
You know, Dom, and I'm loving the. Sorry, got water. I'm loving the heat that he's getting. And
It's
that
so
shit,
bad.
yo, that
It's
shit
so
was
bad, he can't even
that
speak.
shit was funny when Damian Priest confronts JD McDonough with the shirt. Did you buy that shirt? And you see Dom like, I don't want to get in trouble either. Like he's like, holy shit, I'm about to get chewed up by Damian Priest. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting the things that are happening in WWE and AEW right now.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland has been doing really, really good in AEW.
He has.
Like the match he had with Sting and Darby Allin was really good.
Was it the Sting's last match?
No.
His
last match is gonna happen next year.
Oh, okay.
You know, a lot of stuff's been happening. You know, in AEW Dynamite, they've been doing a lot of things good. You know, there was a street fight between Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi
I'm not even gonna
versus
lie.
Paul White and the Caddy's family. Very brutal. Very, very, very brutal. And what I'm saying is that I'm not knocking AEW. AEW is slowly making their name for themselves,
Slowly but surely.
you gotta stick with good storylines because you're all over the place with these damn storylines.
I mean,
Like,
I'm about to say you got the brutal part and the
Like,
action
you're
part.
taping
You got that on par. It's just the story.
AEW doesn't get credit when they have a good story. The Devil's story. No, I'm liking that story, but we were
Devil's
talking
story
about that,
is
Dave.
fire. That story is
That
good.
there has been speculation that CM Punk is the devil in the mask. So who knows? Nobody knows. It's speculation. It can be anybody else. But AEW has put on some amazing matches. I'm not gonna lie to you. But they have to really understand the crowd. Understand what you guys want because you're not filling up arenas.
You're not.
You're not. I'm sorry. No matter what, it's a great promotion. But I think that's why Cody left. Because he wasn't seeing any potential
He wasn't
and
seeing he wasn't seeing anything.
it just wasn't going anywhere. And Tony Khan just, you want to throw your money away. He said, what if Adam Cole said that? It could be too. He said, I would hate that, but it would be a hot return. Listen, again, the same thing with the Logan Paul situation. CM Punk, from a business standpoint, I understand. Personally, I can't stand the sight of him.
I still don't understand that from a business standpoint.
Same thing from WWE. Because if you're in Chicago, he's a hometown
I
crowd.
don't want.
You know? So,
Please keep him away. He doesn't need to return. Keep him. Goodbye. Stay away, please.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be eager to see what's going to happen next with that, when that happens. You know? Jaden,
Dad?
there are people speculating. Oh, wait a minute. He said, we suspect it to be Adam Cole, and I think it is. But it would be a curveball if it is Punk. It
That's
would.
true.
It would definitely be a curve. It would definitely catch attention.
It
Because you would hear, yo, turn and CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because you know, Brian, you remember we used to do that as fans. And yo, turn this shit on this channel. This person's on this channel. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
That's when the shit hit the fan.
Right.
Jaden.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite match that you ever saw?
My least
Mm-hmm.
favorite? That's a good question. My least favorite, honest. Oh, dang, there's like.
Okay, while you thinking about that, I'm gonna read
any-
these comments.
I'm not gonna lie. Any Brock Lesnar match after 2017.
Okay.
Any Brock Lesnar match that I've seen after 2017 has been terrible.
Christopher Brown says, if it's Punk, it'd be the biggest troll job in wrestling history. It's my understanding that Punk will be returning to Chicago because they don't want the focus off of Orton's return. It has been suggested that if he does return, the likely place for it would be at the Rumble. Interesting.
I agree.
And Dave says AEW is starting to book smaller. The Virginia show on sale now is at the old Dominion's new arena. It's a $6,000 seat where they should be. Okay, that's not bad because NWA used to be like that, and and I like NWA. Hogan and Warrior at Halloween Havoc in 1998 was the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. That shit was terrible. Terrible. Holy shit.
Oh, it couldn't have been that bad.
No.
It was that bad.
Heel Kid. It was bad. That shit was tracky. Like that's
Jesus,
that's a
okay.
go take a shit break.
What was it so bad?
Because Hulk Hogan was supposed to do a fireball. Instead of doing the right fireball, he did a fireball in his own eyebrows and burned himself. And couldn't even do it.
With a fireball? What? I need to watch this, man.
Yo, these favorite matches tied between Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler or Vince's last match. Embarrassed by WCW. I agree. He says so much potential that ended in poop. Yeah. It was terrible.
Jesus, it was really that bad?
It was, I'm telling you, it was terrible. Brian said, you see the WWE is doing a Backlash pay-per-view in France. Yes, next year, yes. That's a big thing.
That is a big thing.
That's a very big thing. That's
France.
That in France, they definitely gonna
very interesting indeed.
Oh no, that's very interesting. Like I can dig that.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that shit was it was a disgrace to WCW. It was ridiculous.
That's bad.
Like it was bad. It was really bad. And I'm like hell to the no. Like no.
Nope.
Like
doobity doop.
It was ridiculous. Like the way he botched that fireball. Like I'm trying to find it, but it's gonna take me too much time. So. He said, imagine if Hogan turned heel in WWF after Mania 6 instead. I don't think that was the right time.
I'm about to say, I don't think it would have had the right.
No, wait, I got a question for you guys though. Brian mentioned about France. What do you guys think about that? You know, is it a big step for them? Is it something that's is it a good business decision?
It's definitely a good business decision. You know, WWE is going, national. You know, they're not just staying in America. International. They're not just staying national. To stay in America. They're going all over the world so everybody can see what the WWE is made of. So I feel like that is a very, very good investment for the WWE.
Well, I know they are definitely
Saudi Arabia, Japan, a whole bunch
Japan,
of
they're definitely known in Japan.
Of course.
Like Japan fans love them in Japan, in Mexico, in Puerto Rico, when they had Backlash in Puerto Rico,
it was insane.
Holy shit! Like
that's what I'm saying. So
it was hot.
I hope France,
like the pop was awesome, and the event was awesome.
France will do the same thing and will enjoy them just as much as others do. So
okay, so
I think that's a very good investment.
Let me ask you a question, Jaden.
Yes.
What was your best moment that you've ever seen in all of professional wrestling since you watched it? Like, if it could be actually give me a top three. It could be a return, it could be a heel turn, and a face turn. Those three. Actually, give us that, fans. I'm gonna ask you the same question. What was your greatest comeback moment that you've ever seen? Heel turn and face turn.
I forgot what Royal Rumble it was, but when
absolutely, we never got that pre-merch. Yep.
When John
I got you, yo.
One of them was when John Cena returned for the Royal Rumble. I forgot what Royal Rumble it was. It was in Madison Square Garden, though. That was the one you went to.
Which one?
The one in Madison Square Garden where John Cena returned.
Oh, Royal Rumble.
Injury, yes.
The Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Okay.
I just forgot what year though.
Okay.
It's another one of my favorite moments.
Judgment Day 2000, Taker returns as American Badass. Oh, absolutely. That was Brian. I'm surprised, Brian, that you take that one over WrestleMania 20.
Dang, I don't know.
It's tough. It's a tough one because there's been so many great returns. For one return that I remember that it's tough to choose. Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 21. Undertaker, WrestleMania 20. Undertaker at Survivor Series. Who else?
I think Edge returning too was one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
at Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. That was something that caught me off complete guard.
Brian, Christopher Brown says it's wise to spread the pay-per-views outside the U.S. They need to tap into markets that aren't traditional to grow the fan base. This is a smart move that should have been initiated years ago.
Exactly.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that. And it's great to be a fan, man. It's great to be a fan, and I've seen so many good matches that when it comes to a heel turn, the biggest heel turn I saw to me was when Andre the Giant turned on Hulk Hogan on Piper's
The
Pit.
biggest heel turn for me was when Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield.
That's a big one.
That was a very.
That's a
big
big one.
one. They were calling him a sellout after that one.
Actually, no, I'm lying. Not Andre the Giant. Dave Biddle says he turned Larry Sabisco on Bruno. Face turn Tully Blanchard on Southwest. Gino Hernandez. Oh man, Gino was awesome. Gino Hernandez was amazing as a heel. Like if that man was still alive, holy shit. Yes, that's the one.
What?
That's the one right there, Fred.
Which one?
Hulk Hogan turning at Bash at the beach.
Oh, was that when he turned into a heel?
Yes.
When he turned into Hollywood?
I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Brian says it's tough to call, but it was a twist and a different flavor for Taker. I think I marked out more with that return than with WrestleMania 20. Thing is, with WrestleMania 20, we knew he was coming back. With Judgment Day, we had no idea who he was returning. That's true. That's true. Like, oh man. Like, what was I saying?
Something about. I don't even remember what we were saying.
When Hulk Hogan
Oh, yeah,
turned,
Hulk
heel
Hogan turned heel.
at Bash at the Beach was the biggest change in professional wrestling history. That's when the Attitude Era was born. All bets were off. WWE was up and running with DX and Stone Cold and all these people. That shit was lethal. Christopher Brown says greatest comeback tied between Triple H's return from the first torn quad and Edge's return 3 years ago. Greatest heel turn. Triple H on HBK during an attempted reunification. DX. Great face turn, probably Kevin Owens after Jericho betrayed him during the Festival of Friendship, laughing my ass off. Freddie says baby turn was when The Rock turned. Bradley says when Hogan turned heel, NWO, Savage and Miss Elizabeth reunited at WrestleMania 7. Bret Hart in WWE after years of the Montreal screw job. That's true. 15 years later.
That was a good one.
Brian says, oh yes, Triple H returned from his first quadrant was intense. He came back as a monster. Hell
He
yeah.
did.
Hell yeah.
He did.
When he made his return to Monday Night Raw,
He came. I think that was like near.
Oh,
That was like
man.
almost like prime. Triple H
Holy
right there.
shit.
Triple H came
That
back.
was
He came back a
lethal.
beast. Yep. He
That was
definitely
lethal.
did. He
Like-
came back a beast.
I remember when I witnessed the return of Ricky Steamboat on Saturday night's main event. And Macho Man Randy Savage was so shocked, like, what the hell you doing here? I thought I destroyed you.
Yeah.
That rivalry was amazing. Said he got the Road Warriors pop. Of course. Hell yeah, he got the Road Warriors pop. And I remember the Road Warriors. LOD,
The Legion of Doom.
woof, that team was brutal.
Were they?
In your opinion, who you think in this era would have been able to take on that team?
The Legion of Doom. I don't think any team would be able to take on the Legion of Doom. I don't know. That's not really. I think the Usos could.
Okay.
I think the Usos could. I think they have a chance. I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not saying that they're gonna win, but I definitely think the Usos could have a chance of going up against them and actually standing some kind of chance against them. I definitely think the Usos could do the trick for sure.
Okay. All right. So, Jaden,
Dad.
we are officially going to begin our prediction for War Games because we are not going to be live next week. War Games. War Games Survivor Series. It's going to happen. We are going to have certain matches as of now. We're going to discuss them. We don't know what other matches. Hold on, we got a random comment here. He said, yo, random thought. You remember Saturday morning wrestling? I remember I was eating breakfast. Papa Shango put a hex on Ultimate Warrior and Warrior threw up. Oh my God. That shit was nasty. But I remember it. I always used to watch Saturday morning wrestling. I forgot what was the name of it. But I remember with Todd Pettengill. I used to watch that joint too. Warriors Mania 15. Oh man. But Survivor Series is next Saturday. Next Saturday, we are not going to be able to give our predictions. But right now, what do you think is going to happen in War Games?
It's honestly unexpected. Hopefully something interesting. Hopefully we get a return. Hopefully, I hope we get an upset. Like, I hope like it's something that no one expects. I hope it's something like that. I don't know.
That was lethal. When Taker put the Ultimate Warrior in the coffin, in the casket. Oh man, that shit was kind of spooky. As a kid, I think I was maybe 10. I forgot how old I was, but it was a little spooky. I'm like, holy shit!
Wow, you just put him in a casket.
Yeah. So AEW Full Gear is happening. And many people are looking forward to it. And a lot of things are happening. There's 2 titles expected to change hands. Apparently, Jon Moxley is favored to win the international title from Orange Cassidy, while Toni Storm is expected to dethrone Hikaru Shida as the women's champion. That's going to be very interesting. AEW is slowly but surely getting up there. But they still got a lot of work to do.
Definitely.
Bradley says Judgment Day wins. Heel turn Randy Orton RKO on Cody.
It's possible.
It's possible. But Jaden, our time is up here, Mr. Heel Kid. Thank you, wrestling fans, for joining us. We appreciate you. Please feel free to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Don't worry about X because we don't even have that on here. Also, hold on, we read these 2 comments before I continue. He said, Ryan says, yep, I definitely see this happening. Christopher Brown says, I'm calling it now. Lewis, Orton and Drew will be the last man standing from each team before going on the town on each other. Going out of town.
Of course, yeah.
Dave says, Team Cody wins will not hurt Judgment Day to lose and expands the story. That's true. Ryan says, I've been saying we need to see an Orton versus Rhodes feud. I agree. Timeless Toni Storm for the win. But please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share it all over social media. Thank you, fans, for joining us. Next week, we will not be live. We want to let you know from the Evolution of Pro Wrestling family. Have a safe and wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. My son is going away for Thanksgiving. Going to see his mama.
Make sure you guys
He's going to have some family. Have a lot of food. Have a lot of family time. Call your mama, call your daddy, whatever. Say hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Invite them over if they're close by.
Share a drink or something, you know.
For our next show, we are going to have, finally, ECW. Now that we were talking about it here, we will be having that topic guaranteed.
We will.
The next show, I believe that will be...
For certain.
Let me see my calendar here. Where is my calendar? I can't see my calendar.
Oh Lord, Dad.
Can you get the phone, please? Thank you, sir. I think you should have did that a long time ago. Thank you.
On the calendar, because apparently you can't seem to find it.
Hurry up. The next show will be on November 30th. ECW. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, sir. Christopher Brown, enjoy. Eat lots of turkey. And we hope you guys enjoy. For myself, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And Jay, the heel kid of pro wrestling.
And for my lovely wife and producer and director, Yesenia. Thank you, fans, for joining us. Join us November 30th for ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling.